called me yesterday morning of the passing of Raila Odinga, I did not believe, Honorable Speaker. It looked like a normal joke, April Fool's Day. It looked like something will happen and Raila Odinga will be back. It is very difficult. We mourn a very courageous man. I admired the courage of Raila Amolo Odinga from when I was a young boy. What Raila has been able to do for this country in very difficult times, Honorable Speaker. We remember him for liberating this country when no one could dare speak to the government, at the government. Raila Odinga did, and that is why we enjoy this peace that we have today democratically. I remember Raila's courage, Honorable Speaker. After election, we had maandamano. One day, one time, before we set out for the streets, Honorable Speaker, we were in a room with the other party leaders, now deciding which routes to use, Honorable Speaker. I remember one party leader said, no, outside is bad. They are going to kill us. And it looked like all the other leaders were not ready to go that route. Raila Odinga told them, you will find me there. Let me die if I have to die for this country. He was a courageous man. Honorable Speaker, Raila Odinga during campaigns came to campaign for me in Bumula constituency. And at that time, I was standing on DAP, my party DAP Kenya. There was an ODM candidate in my constituency. Raila Odinga instructed the Honorable Junet Mohammed to pull down the ODM candidate in my favor, Honorable Speaker. I know it has not been easy for many people to get any money from Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga supported my campaign with 3.5 million, Honorable Speaker. I am the chairman of PIC, Honorable Speaker, in this house because of Raila Amolo Odinga. I know I'm a first-time MP. I'm not a ranking member. I could not be the best. I may not be the best. But Raila Odinga saw it important and fit that I sit and chair PIC, Honorable Speaker. It is very difficult to mourn such a man. During the impeachment motion I sponsored against the Honorable Mythical Inturi, Honorable Speaker, it was not very easy. Being the first impeachment motion, post-2010 Constitution, Honorable Speaker. It was a first in its kind. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to head. Raila Odinga gave me a lot of courage. Raila Odinga told me, young man, this is your first cup. I have so many cups. This is your first cup. He gave me lawyers to support me in the impeachment, Honorable Speaker. I want to believe that Raila Odinga is dead, but that which he stood for.
Yes, Honorable Odanga, what's the point of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just want to remind my son here, you know he's my son and a member for Bumula, that his motion was, impeachment motion was not the first post-2010. I did sponsor one for the removal of, yes, Honorable Jacob Kaimenyi. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Chair, add me one minute.
30
Thank you,
seconds.
Ocha.
Wind up. Wind up.
Honorable Speaker, it is very difficult to mourn Raila Odinga. He has left very many orphans, and I'm one of them, Honorable Speaker. I feel it in my heart. But Raila Odinga, you are gone. We will not let you down. Fare thee well, Raila Amolo Odinga.
Murugara George.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, yesterday was a dark day. A dark cloud fell over our country, and by the time it started fading away, the sad news were broken to us that the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, was no more, and that he had rested. The country was plunged into mourning, led by His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and everyone. And even as we convey these messages this morning, the entire country is actually mourning. The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is just about to be walked into this house so that he can lay in state and we are able to pay his last respects. But before we do that, allow me, Mr. Speaker, on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, and on behalf of the great people of Tharaka constituency, Tharaka Nithi County, to convey my deepest and most sincere condolences to the family of the late Right Honorable Amolo Raila Odinga, to his wife, Ida, his two daughters, Rosemary and Winnie, his son, Raila Jr., and the patriarch of the family, Dr. Oburu Oginga, and the sister, who is also our colleague here, Ruth Odinga. Indeed, we will remember the good days of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga with nostalgia because of what he has done for this country up to the last day when he actually rested in peace. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to draw some analogies between the father and the son. We all know that Raila Amolo Odinga was the son of the doyen of opposition politics in the country, the late Adonijah Oginga Odinga, whom we reverently referred to as the Jaramogi. Indeed, it's pride. It's extremely proud for one to be like his father. Both were selfless persons, persons who would sacrifice everything for the sake of the country, Kenya. For example, the senior Jaramogi declared publicly, without blinking an eyelid, to the white man that there would actually be no independence to this country without Jomo Kenyatta. Purely selfless, when he knew for sure that he would have actually taken the reins of power to rule the country in the absence of Kenyatta. On the same shoe, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in 2002 declared Kibaki Tosha when he knew for sure he would have contested and possibly won the election. This is what is known as selflessness par excellence. Similarly, even the tribulations, the travails all went through were similar. Detained purely because they were advocating for good governance in the country. With those remarks, it is important to say that like father, like son, Raila Amolo Odinga strode the country, strode East Africa, strode the continent of Africa and the world like a colossus, advocating for good governance, democracy, human rights, and justice. We will remember the former Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, as the doyen of devolution and democracy in Kenya. Allow me to go back to your adage. Raila Amolo Odinga is dead today, but long live Raila Amolo Odinga, Tinga, Baba, and all the acronyms we have reverently given to the former Prime Minister.
Cynthia Muge.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity not to just eulogize the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, but to also acknowledge his immense contribution that he made to this country in democracy, in the fight for unity and freedom. Honorable Speaker, the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga stood for many things, and I'm a beneficiary of some of the things that he stood for. In the Constitution of Kenya and the issues of devolution, Honorable Speaker, I was first elected in the County Assembly of Nandi, which is a creation of the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and he stood for it. Honorable Speaker, we mourn today a man whose immense contribution into the development of this country cannot be wished away. And Honorable Speaker, I want to remember the late Raila Amolo Odinga in his journey that he has demonstrated a number of times that leadership is not about privilege, but it is about service. And Honorable Speaker, I must remember the late Raila Amolo Odinga for inspiring and giving hope to the young people to fight for a freer nation, to fight for a better Kenya. Honorable Speaker, we reflect on his immense contribution, not only to honor this man, but to also ensure that we continue to nurture democracy and unity of this country. May his soul rest in peace, and may his family, the spouse, Mama Ida, the children, Honorable Speaker, and the people that he made. Raila Amolo Odinga made hundreds of politicians in this country, and he has held their hands through the political terrain, and we appreciate him for the immense contribution. On behalf of the people of Nandi, we say, fare thee well, Raila Amolo Odinga. Your spirit will continue living on in the generations that you taught and mentored in this country, Kenya. May his soul rest in peace.
Member for Westlands.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me take this opportunity also to eulogize and pay tribute to my great political mentor, Raila Amolo Odinga. Honorable Speaker, the year 2007, when Right Honorable Raila Odinga was running for the presidency, he nominated me as one of his proposers. Mr. Speaker, I was not known to him very much, but he picked me and gave me an opportunity to be among the few people who proposed him to be the president of Kenya. After that, Mr. Speaker, he also nominated me to Nairobi City Council, and when he was doing that, he assured me he wanted me to be the mayor of Nairobi. But Mr. Speaker, the rest is history. After that, that's how he nurtured my political career, and ever since, I have walked, I have listened to him, I have learned a lot from him. He's a selfless man. He loves this nation, Mr. Speaker. Raila Amolo Odinga can dine with the lowest and can dine with the mighty, as you mentioned in your speech, Mr. Speaker. Raila Amolo Odinga, you can find him in Ibama eating nyama choma. You can find him in Shaurimoyo sitting on a bench drinking whiskey with very common manage, and you can find him in Serena or any other place. He's a man who can attract, and he has attracted many, many people. 1997, Mr. Speaker, I know there were many Kenyans who will dismiss him, but 2002, when he pronounced Kibaki Tosha, a selfless man, he sacrificed his ambition and supported Honorable Mike Kibaki even after he was involved in an accident and he was away from the campaign. Raila took up the mantle and championed the campaign of Mike Kibaki, and Mike Kibaki was elected as the president of this country. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, several times, I believe Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga won the election of 2007, and it was stolen from him But Mr. Speaker, he sacrificed his ambition, stepped back, and worked with Honorable Mwai Kibaki. 2013, same thing, 2017, 2022. Honorable Raila Odinga has put this nation before anything else. And that is the man, Mr. Speaker. I know there's nobody who can sacrifice such opportunities. Even the people he was sitting with, Mr. Speaker, many of them could not believe in what he was saying. He makes very difficult decisions and sometimes very unpopular. And when he made the decision now to work with President Ruto, everybody dismissed him and said he is greedy, he is what. But Mr. Speaker, look what he did. He realized the country was going the wrong way and he wanted to get Kenya back on the road. Honorable Speaker, Raila Odinga is not just another person. He is a statesman. He's a Pan-Africanism. He has championed, if you look at our constitution today, devolution is his dream. And he kept on making sure that devolution is perfected. More money is given to the devolved governments. And Mr. Speaker, he was recently, when he was even pushing that the CDF also be given to the county government, I think it was uncomfortable with many people. But he didn't mince into words. He was very clear what he wanted. And Mr. Speaker, we, on behalf of the people of Westlands and my family, and on my own behalf and the family and the people of Westlands, I pay tribute to the great son of Kenya who has passed on. May his soul rest in peace. May he join the great men, Masinde Muliro, Raila, Okinga Odinga, Kenyatta, Kibaki, those who have gone before us, Michael Malwa. And Mr. Speaker, we know Kenya will stand among the big nations on the sacrifice that Raila Odinga has made. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Badi Twalib.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia fursa hii pia ili na mimi kuweza kutuma rambirambi kwa kifo cha Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa niaba yangu, kwa niaba ya familia yangu na kwa niaba ya watu wangu wa Jomvu, twatoa rambirambi sote kwa familia ya Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nilimfahamu Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga mwaka 2007 nilipochaguliwa kuwa diwani wa Jomvu Kuu Ward katika chama cha ODM, na niliweza kuintroduce kwa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga na mbunge wangu Mheshimiwa Ramadhan Seif Kajembe. Leo Mheshimiwa Spika, nachukua fursa hii kusema kuwa tumeondokewa na mgogo wa kisiasa, tumeondokewa na baba, tumeondokewa na mtu ambaye alijitolea katika kuhudumikia serikali hii ya Kenya. Mheshimiwa Spika, nachukua fursa hii ya kumwomboleza Mheshimiwa Raila, pia vile vile kuomboleza vijana wangu watatu waliokufa kwa maji kwa bahari juzi, Caleb Otieno miaka 21, Stephen Karembo 23 na Thomas Wanyonyi ambaye ni miaka 24. Hawa walikufa maji juzi. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, naweza kusema mwezi huu wa 10 ni mwezi mgumu sana kwangu, kwa maana baada ya kupoteza hawa watu watatu, jana ghafla tupata Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ameweza kutuacha. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni miezi miwili iliyopita ama mitatu, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga alikuwa kwangu sehemu ya Miritini akianzisha ECD Center ambayo alialikwa na Mheshimiwa Gavana wetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, tutamkumbuka Mheshimiwa Raila kwa mengi. Leo ugatuzi umeweza kufanya kazi thamana na Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Leo uhuru wa kuongea, watu wanaweza kuongea thamana na Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Leo Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga ameweka ndoto za watu wengi katika kuonekana kuwa na mwelekeo wa kuweza kwenda mbele. Mimi Mheshimiwa Spika, naweza kusema nilichaguliwa kama diwani 2007. Nimeanza kuwa mbunge 2013, 17 na 22. Vipindi vitatu vyote naweza kusema kwa kizungu role model wangu alikuwa ni Raila Amolo Odinga. Leo katika maisha ambao tunajaribu kuongoza, tunajaribu kumuiga Raila Amolo Odinga. Kwa maana hiyo, Mheshimiwa Spika, Raila Amolo Odinga ni mpenzi wa wengi. Hata leo nikija hapa, kuna kijana anaitwa Joseph Oluoch na vile vile Kibonge kutoka Bangladesh, wakinambia lau utapata nafasi, toa pia rambirambi zetu uweze kututaja. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, leo mimi ni kusema kwa ni siku ya huzuni, na mimi maadamu nimepata fursa hii nasema tena kwa niaba yangu, familia yangu na eneo langu bunge la Jomvu, tutoa rambirambi kwa familia ya Raila Amolo Odinga na chama chetu cha ODM, na kuiambia familia kuwa Mungu atawapa subra na Mungu akifanya kazi yake haina makosa. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, na Mungu ambariki Raila Amolo.
Rahim.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to pay tribute to Honorable Raila. Honorable Raila, I met him 20 years back in Meru when he came for the Orange and Bananas campaign. I don't know if, Mr. Speaker, you were with the delegation that day. And I remember them going into Pig and Whistle. There was a hotel called Pig and Whistle. After they came out, there were rain of stones on them. And my petrol station was just opposite where they were going to hold a rally. And I remember Honorable Raila, when his speech on that day was, because the rain of stones was so much that he said, "Nyinyi wa Meru, mutalia nikiingia nikiwa rais." And then from there, that was the first time I encountered tear gas in my whole life. And that's when my political career started. After that, he went to Makutano and then Maua. And that was then. After that, we came on the same side. I was on the other side. I was for the banana, and he was for the orange at that time. They beat us hands down in the referendum of 2005. But we got back again with Honorable Raila in the one we have, the Constitution 2010, in the referendum. We were on the same side. And again, we were on the same side when we did the BBI referendum, which we failed, but we were together then. And again, when in 2021, I was on his side. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Raila is an enigma, he's Baba, he's everything. And I believe to get somebody like him will take a long, long time. I don't think we will ever get somebody who has gone to detention, who has suffered for this country, and the way he has sacrificed himself. Had Honorable Raila not come through last year to form the broad-based government, I think we would have gone the Madagascar way or the Nepal way or anywhere else. So Honorable Raila did a big favor to this country. The Gen Zs should not think that he betrayed them. He made sure this country, we are safe, and where we are today, we owe it to Honorable Raila Odinga. And I believe with what is happening today, we need to give him a befitting sending. And I say, God bless him. Revelations 14:13 says, the dead who die in the Lord, they rest from their labors, and their deeds will follow them. Inna lillahi wa inna ilahi raji'un. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Members, And I request members avoid coming to me, stacking pressure. I don't want pressure from members. I'll follow the list that is here. The way the speaker was doing is what I'll do, please. I request members to avoid approaching the speaker's chair, please. I always do that, you know that, and it's what I'm going to do now. So if you come here, probably you'll even make your chances to go further. So let's just follow the way it is. The next in the list here now is the Honorable Ndikiri Mugambi.
Very good, that's the correct. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for that observation. I arise on behalf of the great people of Bori to eulogize the great man of this republic, late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Mr. Speaker, I met Honorable Prime Minister in 2007. Mr. Speaker, through his brother, Dr. Oburu, who is a very close friend to me, when I was a chief guest at DB Primary School in Bondo. Mr. Speaker, my first sight of this great man gave me an impression of a man who is caring. Mr. Speaker, I made an observation that the outside of Raila is not the inside of him. And I want to state that the inside of Raila is a very soft man, very caring person, very considerate, person who does not entertain conflict, somebody who is always on the path of looking for solutions, particularly for this country. Mr. Speaker, I arise to console with the family headed by my great friend, Dr. Oburu, Mama Inda and the children, and the entire fraternity of Odinga family. It is through Dr. Oburu and Amolo Odinga that I met our colleague, Ruth Odinga, who is a member of this parliament. Mr. Speaker, in as much as we say anything, this man has died without being given an opportunity by Kenyans to serve this nation at the greatest level as a president. But what he has done and what he has stood for is something that we, all of us, need to emulate. We mourn this man who so has already departed, but his legacy will remain forever. I ask my colleagues, I ask other people in the political leaderships on the parties that if we have a case study of a statement, it is carried by none other than His Excellency, the late Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, Amolo Odinga. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Bondo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as the nation and the world mourn the great Raila Odinga, let it be understood that that is my constituents by local appraisal. He is my mentor. He was my first employer in a row. So the kind of experience that I've had with Raila spans beyond 30 years, to be exact, 34 years. And we've been with him almost at a very personal kind of an arrangement and a relationship over the years. Honorable Raila didn't just get to parliament the way many of us do. It was a great effort by a group of us, a small group of us, because that time Raila himself was in exile. Raila didn't campaign, he was not in the country, and if at all there's any other person who has ever gotten into this parliament, minus campaigning, is Raila Amolo Odinga. He did that by virtue of the work that we are doing. I'm the one who went out meeting the small groups with Ida, with Joe Aguirre, a small group headed by Okiri Pacho as the chair, Shem Akuba, William Okelo, and a small, we're not more than 10. We did that, and Raila got into parliament in 1992 without stepping in the constituency in the name of doing a rally. Fortunately, he didn't know many of the people. He didn't know even where the polling stations were. So that was our effort. Come 1995, when there were issues in Fort Kenya, Raila crossed and actually crossed the floor because he left his party and took another party called NDP. NDP, because of that, had to go for a by-election. So what I did, or what the small group of us did in 1992, we remember it because now Raila could not move to the constituency the way he had wanted, because me at that time had left back to the university for my master's. And he had to come to literally look for us. And that's when Raila got back to parliament in the by-election of 1995. One or two things that I'm too sure that maybe members may not be knowing of Raila. A lot of the things that Raila did, a lot of actions and decisions that Raila implemented, many of them he was not the planner. Many of them he was not initiating. But he had an exceptional courage once convinced.
The honorable members,
anytime.
Order. This is a very solemn moment. And I think it's fair to allow the member of parliament for Bondo, who is also the Raila Odinga as member of parliament, to be listened to. It's a solemn moment. It's not a moment where someone will be contributing and we are all not giving him a chance to, or we are all, doing whatever we are doing. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I was trying to say is that a lot of things that we might have seen Raila do, many times was not the planner, many times was not the initiator. But the courage and the manner in which, when he was convinced, he was taking these things. By the end of the day, they were his things. By the end of the day, they were his activities. And he did them with a lot of courage. The other thing that maybe other members may not know is that Raila was a person who did a lot of multitasking. In fact, if you booked for an appointment and you are talking to him, one person on a phone, your appointment will collapse. He's one person that when he was talking to 3, 4, 5 people, definitely that's a thing that will pass. He used to multitask a lot. He was a man of crisis. In fact, many times Raila managed the crisis as though he was planning to manage them. He was very unique in terms of crisis management. Finally, Mr. Speaker, when it got to the issue of how it looked at the principle in sporting, of the issue of the winner and the loser. Many times as a sportsman, a great sportsman, he placed in front of him the principle that once you are in a game, you'll either lose or you'll win. And that's exactly what he had all along. When he went into the games, in the political game, when there was a loss, he will recognize that. And that is exactly why he didn't believe so much in this idea of winner takes it all. He didn't believe in it because after elections, he had wanted that the nation gets back to its feet and that winning government serves everybody. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well said. Next is the member.